Ballpark Beef is back after a really long break. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all the above, all the holidays, and I hope you have a wonderful start to your new year. But we're gonna roll that music and get right into it. Ballpark Beef is back.
That's right. That's right. Ballpark Beef is back. And guess what? We've missed you guys. We have missed you, but we needed this little break, Information starts to run out. There's always so much you could talk about. And we wanted our Tuesday back for a few weeks, all right? Not to be rude to you guys, but we just wanted our Tuesdays back. Life was busy as everyone else is during the holidays. But now we're back. No more excuses. We're back until who knows when. Actually, no, we usually stop around after the Super Bowl. We usually stop. Usually the week after the Super Bowl, we stop, resume when spring training comes around. But yeah, we're back till then. So welcome back. Thank you for coming back. And yeah, let's get into how the boys are doing. We did talk a little bit off air because we just talk and yeah. So Nicholas, how's life going, man? What's going on? How's your holidays?
Hey man, the holidays are good, spend time with family at Christmas, spend time with, the best group of friends you can ask for on New Year's, and then right back to work.
Period.
I wasn't there for New Year's.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yikes.
If you think about it though, you were there in between Christmas and New Year's, so it technically felt like New Year's.
I'm your brother, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're my little brother.
Hey,
No, but yeah, I mean, it was good, man. Holidays in the middle of the week, so it sucked, but it's good to see family, good to see friends, celebrating another year around the sun.
That's it, Jimmy. How was your holidays?
He almost said the moon.
I almost did.
Around the
moon. What would you guys do without me?
Oh, listen, man. I know what's in your head before you even see it. Holidays were fantastic, man. Always great to spend time with the family. Always great to spend time with the friends, the brothers, saw the boys in between Christmas and New Year's. Yeah, just absolutely blessed. Lots of love around. Lots of good vibes going on for the holidays. And yeah, I don't know, John, how was your holidays?
I mean, very eventful. Listen, man, whenever you could spend time with your family, that's the best thing, man. Some people don't see their families for 2-3 months at a time, so it's great to when you have those few days to actually kick back and just see your cousins, see your aunts, see your whatever. It's really a good time. That's why I enjoy the holiday season. And 2025 is going to be a great year. I've been saying this for a while now. It's my year. It's all the people in my lives' year. Everyone's going to have a great year. There's going to be so many blessings this year. So many goals and achievements are going to be accomplished, man. I am telling you, this is our year. Ballpark Beef's year. Everyone's year. All right. And listen, we're going to crush it. You guys are going to crush it. Everyone's going to crush it. Crush it all 2025. But without further ado, let's get into some baseball. Not much to talk about, really. I mean, you got Rookie Sasaki rumors, but there's not much. He should be signing within a week or two. You got old man Verlander signing with the Giants. They gave him $15 million, 42-year-old starting pitcher. I mean, take it as you see it. I don't know. I don't know how much he has left, but guess the Giants will figure that one out. The Mets are still playing the waiting game with Pete Alonso. He's terrible, bro. He's terrible. He really is, Jimmy. He really is.
I wonder.
My difficulties on Jimmy's end.
I wonder Jimmy's thoughts on Pete Alonso not signing yet.
I mean, personally, like if I'm a Mets fan, the ball's in Pete's court. He's not getting a long-term deal from anybody. No one's giving him an 8-9 year deal. I saw there was a rumor out there that he wants something similar to what Prince Fielder got. He's not getting that. The market's not giving those kind of contracts to first baseman anymore. Also, I mean, it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, I'll let Jimmy talk about the Pete Alonso kind of back and forth here because there's a lot going on, and I don't really think he's that that eager to get Pete back at what the rumors are right now.
Yeah, man. Boris is an interesting agent, right? Like he tries to get top dollar. He tries to make these comps for his players, make sure that he gets the longest, biggest contracts, and it often, works out, but it also sometimes doesn't work out. Like last offseason, not as good. This offseason, good for Soto, but not so good for Pete Alonso so far. I think that the connection between Pete and the Mets makes the most sense. I think the Mets need Pete. They need a big slugger in the middle of the lineup to protect Soto. Pete loves New York. I think he had a fantastic time in New York with his first few years, and the fit just works. He can handle it. He can hit tanks, and it just makes too much sense not to happen. But that being said, I think there was a rumor that came out 9 years, 215 million, like Prince Fielder type deal. But to me, I think the thing that makes the most sense for Pete is like a 3 year, probably with like an opt out or two in there for like in the 90 million range, something like that. I think that makes the most sense for both sides, but who knows what Pete wants to do, right? Like he might not want that. He might not want opt outs and stuff, but Boris will do what's best for his client until it's a 1 year deal, and then, high AAV, he'll go wherever he wants and then try again next year. But I don't know. I think the combination of the Mets and Pete Alonso makes too much sense not to happen.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that's the duo that makes the most sense, the Mets and Pete Alonso. I think the Mets do want him back. I just think at this point it doesn't make sense for the Mets. I don't think it makes sense for any team. And that's why he hasn't been signed yet. Because whatever Boris and co wants, they're not getting right now. And I don't think they'll ever get. It's all a cat mass game with agents and, ownership. And the 8-9 years, how did that turn out for Prince Fielder? That was a travesty. That was a terrible contract. And it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen anymore. It's going to come down to this, Boris is going to come down to maybe 2-3 years with an opt out, 1-2 years with an opt out. Try the market next year, whatever it may be. But I think ultimately he'll end up with the Mets. It just depends on when, is it going to be dragged on into spring training? Is it going to happen within the next 2 days? Who knows, But yeah, I mean, I really don't have any other baseball news right now. Do you guys have anything?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard rumors of like Arenado to the Mets. I've heard Bregman to the Mets. I've heard, Tanner Scott rumors. Yeah, Rookie Sasaki, maybe not as likely with the Mets. So just kind of like spewing out some of the different things that I've been hearing. Mets are obviously going to be involved in free agency. They're going to be involved in every high-end free agent. Going to be involved in trades when they're trying to add to compete. But the Mets offseason is not done, and it shouldn't be done. Juan Soto was the prize, but you need some supporting cast to help out that prize. We need starting pitching, we need relief help, and we need another bat, at least, at minimum. We probably need another outfielder or two in addition. So Mets should still remain busy. Look for them to, sign a few free agents here in this month and continue adding, because you don't just sign Juan Soto and stop.
Yeah, I mean, listen, same thing with the Yankees. It's just rumors, there was a rumor that we may trade for Luis Ariz. There was a rumor we were looking at Gavin Lux. He went to the Reds. There was a rumor we were looking at Brendan Rodgers. There's rumors that we have a good shot landing Roki. There's rumors that we want to move off of Stroman. It's all rumors, and I don't think anything's really close right now. From my sources, you could call me Jeff Passan Jr., but I really don't have anything close right now. We checked in a Jorge Polanco, but nothing's close right now. I think it's been a big waiting game, and then just waiting for things to fall through. I can't say much about the Cardinals. I don't think they've spent one dime this offseason. Maybe
they have one subtraction and no acquisitions.
So the Cardinals have not made any. Oh, the Yankees got Paul Goldschmidt. I'm sorry, I forget we've been away for that long. But yeah, listen, Goldschmidt signing, he's solid. He's 37. All you can really ask for is for him to hit, better than Rizzo, and that's not going to be that hard. It's really not. So as long as he's average, I think it'll be better than what we had last year at first base. That's all I need. That's it.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think the over under is on how many people the Cardinals add this offseason? Like 2.5, 1.5?
Going to be somebody.
I mean, it's just I don't understand what their deal is. Where like they just hate making moves in the offseason.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know. I think Cardinals are in a full rebuild, right? I think they're just completely.
I hope so.
Yeah, committed to it, but they're not. They're also not moving their big name pieces, or haven't moved like Arenado yet, for
Well,
instance.
didn't they say that they had a trade lined up with the Astros where Arenado said no?
Yes.
So I mean, at least they're doing something. They're not just sitting back and waiting for people to throw an offer. They're being a little active, but as usual, we're in the halfway mark, I guess you could say, of the offseason, and they haven't done anything yet. So I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean,
Spring training. So I was just gonna say, spring training starts next season or next month. Sorry.
yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
3/4.
that is crazy.
3/4 of the way, and they still haven't done nothing.
So they have realistically, they're going to field the same team, maybe with a few minor additions here or there. That's interesting.
I guess we're settling for third place at best in our division.
I'm assuming Arenado will be moved. I think ultimately he will be moved somewhere. Who knows where? He's been connected to so many teams. But,
Keyword is a matter of one.
it's going to be another fun year in St. Louis for sure.
Definitely going negative. I'll take a 4-for-4 bet on that one.
Oh, as in like under 500? Yeah.
Yep.
I think that's a lock.
Yeah,
We're not going 81 and 81.
that's a big lock, and I wouldn't go against that.
I would take it to Vegas if I were you.
Yeah.
You coming with me?
I mean, how much are we putting down?
I still have that $1 chip you got me that one year. We can start there.
Hey, $1 a dollar.
But there's just not much going on besides that, right? I mean, I got nothing else in baseball terms.
Yeah, baseball's
nothing else with our teams, really. Obviously a couple big names went here and there, but
a whole lot of wait and see. Dodgers are disgusting. They keep adding. Kind of unfair at this point. Teoscar, the Teoscar deal. I don't know if we covered that one. Yeah,
what about your thoughts on the Red Sox?
Red Sox?
Yeah, getting Crochet and Walker Buehler.
Yeah, I mean,
seems like they're making a push this year.
And you know what? They have a very deep farm system, so it's going to be interesting. They're going to be one of those teams in contention for Vladdy Jr. next year. I can see it. They're going to be definitely. They have a very good young up and coming team, and they've suffered for a few years, but they did win a ring recently, and the rebuild's coming along pretty well. They're going to be one of those sneaky teams. I don't think they're there just yet, but I think they could have maybe go on a run like the Diamondbacks did a few years ago. They have that potential, I think.
Who's the shortstop? He's like the number one prospect in baseball. They have the shortstop. He plays for the Sea Dogs up in Portland, Maine. And they have, Devers. They have potentially Vlad Jr. next offseason. I mean, and Garrett Crochet, one of the best young starting pitchers in the league last year. It's exciting. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah,
I forget. What's the shortstop's name? Do you know?
Marcelo Mayer, Christian Campbell. I mean, they have a bunch of guys up here. I think they have 6 or 7 guys on the top 100.
Talking about that rookie, Jimmy?
Marcelo Mayer.
Is it Mayer? Yeah.
Mayer. Yeah, it's either Mayer or Christian Campbell. One or the other. They're both shortstops.
I think I'm actually thinking of Roman Anthony, but
he's an outfielder.
He's an outfielder.
He's an outfielder?
Yeah.
That's what I thought you were talking about, but I was like, he doesn't play shortstop.
Yeah, he's their number one prospect. Yeah.
He must have been an outfielder then.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
I mean, they got a young team there, so.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting for sure because, the Yankees are getting older. We can all see that. And, the teams around us, aka the Red Sox and the Orioles, are young and good. So it's going to be interesting. But I still think the AL is kind of wide open. I still think the AL is the Yankees division conference. I don't think there's many teams that'll compete with the Yankees. Maybe the Orioles. I don't know.
I would say the teams that can compete with them are in that division.
Maybe the Rangers will have a bounce back season. I just can't name too many like solid AL teams that I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm scared of them. I can't. I mean, Red Sox and Orioles, but they're in our division, so that's it. The Royals, yes, they'll be a year older now. They got that playoff
Guardians
experience.
too.
Yeah, but the Guardians just lost Naylor and Jimenez. They're
Sure.
they subtracted two of their bigger pieces. So who knows?
Who knows, man. Baseball is tough to play in January, so we'll wait until February, and hopefully by then we have some guys signed.
All right, let's get into the fun stuff, guys. Let's talk a little football. We got a lot to talk about in football. We got draft coming up. We got fantasy football endings. We got
I talking about the
NFL.
actual draft. They
We
talking
got
about fantasy.
we got NFL playoffs. We got so much to talk about in football. So, where do you guys want to start? You pick. Where do you want to start? Fantasy, NFL draft, or
Let's just start with the fucking champion. How about
All
that?
right. So hold up. Let me get into it. Let me crown it. Let me crown it. Okay. Let me talk about this.
My bad, Jimmy.
So, all right.
Bro, like you don't. You think you're such hot shit. You suck at fantasy football.
Yeah, I suck. You're like what, 1-5 in the postseason?
It's all luck. It's
You're as good as the Mets in the postseason.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about redraft. So, we have a winner here. We have a winner, we have a loser. And the other one just wasn't in the playoffs. Nicholas Hamilton won the 2024 Wagner Redraft League. Congrats, Nick.
Thank you.
Congrats. And again, now I will commend Jimmy because he made a massive comeback. At one point, he had no shot of making the playoffs. He came back. He made it to the third round. The second round just came up short for third place, but Jimmy did finish in fourth. So Jimmy, I'm gonna give you congrats because you were ready to quit on the season.
Hey, you know what it took? It took a Ballpark Beef episode to get him on the right track.
And since then, he made the playoffs.
It's true, and that's why you rely on your boys. Thanks to the boys. I give the fourth place credit to both of you. But yeah, I mean, it's tough when you draft the best football team imaginable for fantasy football. They all get hurt, and then you have to scrape and claw and make some trades and try to figure it out. I have one regret. I wish I'd sold Jaden Daniels to get another piece, but it's not about me. It's about Nick. Nick, well done. You got lucky in fantasy football. You have
I
no
would
skill.
love to hear how.
Excuse me.
I would love to hear how I got lucky.
Fantasy football is entirely luck. Entirely.
So how did I get lucky?
You won, so you got lucky.
So anyone who's a winner is just lucky. They're not good.
100%.
So you brag about you drafting the best team every single year.
That's skill.
No.
And then getting unlucky.
Oh, but you're the only one that could draft good teams, right?
No, you had a really good draft from the 12th spot, just like we talked about when you first.
Yeah. So give credit where it's due. All right, you're talking to two champions right now. Two champions, not just one, two. You're the only one without that trophy in the chat right there.
Whatever. And you got lucky every week, though. So you drafted well, skill.
I went 8-6.
Luck wins.
I went 8-6. You went 8-6.
Injuries, luck in the playoffs, all that kind of stuff.
I think Jonathan. I think he's a hater, bro.
Well, he's gonna be even more of a hater when we hop into Dynasty. All right. So listen, guys. All year, Jimmy was the best team in the league, like hot shot, like big dick on the mountain. All right.
I was not.
He was.
Yes, you were.
He was the best team in the league.
Walking into week 1, I would say you had the best team.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying I wasn't cocky about it.
No, I'm not saying you're cocky. I'm saying
you just had very high expectations.
You had a great team. You had a great team.
That's fair.
Finish the 1 seed.
Lucky.
Lawson after his bye.
Should have been the 2 seed.
Lost after his bye.
I should have been the 1 seed.
Nick after a year of rebuild made the playoffs. Congrats, Nick. You will definitely be back next year as long as everything works out.
Well, you want to talk about players dying.
Jimmy will be back next year. I think he's going to have a different philosophy. I think he's been in the lab, hopefully. Probably not. He probably hasn't thought one bit about fantasy football. But, it's interesting because Jimmy had the best team going in, and he didn't even win third place. He lost third place by 2 points. Almost exactly 2 points.
Dude, and last week, so all I had to do, I was in 2 semifinals. All I had to do was win one of them to profit. Thanks for the horn sound effect. All I had to do was win one to profit. and I lose both. And I was like, okay, well, if I win one, then I make like half my money back next week. Fine. Worst case scenario, I go 0-4 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And Dynasty, I lost, I think, by a combined 6 points between the 2 weeks.
It was, yeah, pretty much. Yep.
It was roughly 6 points for both weeks that I lost by combined.
Yeah.
And that's absolutely disgusting. And I wanted to throw my phone across the room. But fantasy football. That's fantasy football. I did not get lucky in the 2 weeks I needed to get lucky. Nick did. So good job,
Your
Nick.
team
You
just
got
didn't perform, man.
That's it.
That's not true. I scored 145 points both weeks.
Bro,
I lost by 6 points.
145 in this Dynasty League is not good enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, it's about average, and it's
I
about
put up
higher than everyone else.
155 in my consolation 5th place prize and lost by 20.
Well, that was a crazy week of scoring, I think. right?
Every
That was
week is like a crazy week. I mean, if you have your two quarterbacks put up 60 combined,
Yeah,
You're-
because you get lucky. The whole point keeps going back to my point of being lucky.
so having two good quarterbacks is being lucky.
If they score 60 points together on the same week, I have two good quarterbacks, but only one of them is good a week.
Who is a good quarterback on your team? The two
I'm
good
just saying,
quarterbacks.
I
I'm
said
sorry.
good. I said good.
Yeah, who's the two good ones?
Fantasy wise, they're not great. They're good.
You said no, they're not good. One's good and one's
Anthony
dog shit.
Anthony Richardson's a good fantasy quarterback.
I mean, you can keep telling at yourself that, and then you're just gonna, lose. He finished at QB 24. That's good.
Jimmy's gonna live and die with Anthony Richardson.
He was benched, bro. I'll
He's
make a
going to
trade. Don't worry.
Live and
I
die
can't-
with AI.
I can't sell him for pennies, and that's all everyone values him at. So I can't
Because-
to hold him.
Oh, he's not worth dollar bills.
If I want him to be.
Like, what do you want me to tell you?
Nothing, because you got lucky. That's all you need to say.
Oh,
Hey, bro.
apparently I got lucky.
Well,
Hey.
you're going to the bank, and I'm not. So
Hey, Brett, listen. There's always next year, right? And with next year comes the new draft. A new draft. Hey, Jimmy, who are the Giants taking at 103?
hopefully not Tet McMillan. Hopefully not Travis Hunter. Hopefully somebody that throws the ball instead of catching it.
Can I be honest with you guys? I think Shador Sanders is going to suck in the NFL.
And so do I.
I think he's not even a first-round talent.
I think the Giants should trade for JJ McCarthy. I think they should trade the 103 to the Vikings.
They could get JJ plus, probably.
Imagine JJ and Neighbors duo.
I would sign me up. I'll get his jersey tomorrow.
I would get their jerseys tomorrow.
No,
I mean,
that would be my dynasty team, bro.
I know.
honestly, listen, bro. I would do JJ McCarthy would be the first quarterback taken off the board in this year's draft if he was in this year's draft.
I'm on the phone with Minnesota.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what I'm. If I'm Joe Shane, and Joe Shane and Brian Dable are coming back next year, did not expect that.
I didn't either.
But it's probably for the best. They probably deserve their chance to have a shot at a quarterback at their guy. But I thought Brian Dable lost the locker room. But
I think so.
We'll have to see how that works out next year.
Yeah.
If they don't do too good next year, I think Dable's fired mid-season.
What about Shane?
I think Shane would be fired at the end of the season.
Yeah. Listen, man, I don't like Shador. People are gassing him, bro. Like, if you watch some of his highlights, like, he plays for Colorado. It's not like a big, they don't play in the SEC. They don't play in the Big Ten. They don't play in the Pac-12. He doesn't look that good. I really think whoever takes him in the top 5 is making a mistake.
But they have 2 of the top 5 prospects in all of college football. Like, is that with Travis Hunter winning the Heisman and Shedeur Sanders? Do you think they're both going in the top 5? That's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make like. All right, and I said this a while ago. When we were talking about the Heisman when Travis Hunter won. We were talking about how we thought Janty should have won it, right? What Janty did was record-breaking numbers, right? Like stuff you don't see.
Video game.
Video game, exactly. Like this is something you go on NCAA and create a player and you put up those numbers.
On Rookie.
He sucked in the bowl game though.
He did suck in the bowl game.
Hey,
He
Big
did
Penn
terrible.
State, baby.
But
We are.
back to my point, like Honestly, I think Travis Hunter's a little overrated. Yes, he's great at playing both positions, but is he worth the number overall pick? And is he
He'll
going to play
be
both positions?
he'll play both sides. He'll have to play both sides. He'll play 80% of the snaps at corner, and he'll be your number one corner, and he'll play 50% of like gadget plays on offense. So he's not going to be fantasy relevant.
No.
Like I wouldn't even take him in a fantasy draft in the third round.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll take a flaw. Like if he fell to the third round, I'd probably
Second round, I'm
You-
taking him on a flyer.
Really? I
Yeah,
don't know.
So you're saying he's
You
going
missed
to
me.
be primary defense?
Yes.
I would say so. I think he's a better corner than he is a wide receiver.
But he'll be in some cool plays. Like to me, like his comp, and this is kind of sucky to say because Tony stinks, but Kadarius Tony, like he's like quick gadget kind of like tool player, like Swiss
Yeah.
Army knife kind of guy. Like think of Kadarius Tony, you think of like the guy from the Saints, Taysom Hill, kind of vibes. So you could do like some
Yeah.
interesting stuff with him, I think, but. He can't play. I don't think he could play 80% on both sides. To me, that's insane.
Yeah.
There are barely 10 guys who play 90 to 95% of offensive snaps at wide receiver.
Would you take him 1-on-1? Would you send in to the board as the Titans take him 1-on-1?
The Titans have Will
Yes.
Levis, right?
Yeah.
Who's 102?
Let me pull up the draft order.
I don't know. To me, if I'm the Titans, I take a quarterback. 'Cause
Titans
they're
are
gonna
one,
have
Browns are 2, and
Browns
then
are 2.
Giants.
The Browns should take a quarterback too.
But that's the thing. What if the Giants don't even have a chance to take a quarterback?
They might not.
Like you
They-
may have to go after JJ McCarthy.
Yeah, I mean, so okay, let's see on draft night. So draft night, we got Travis Hunter and let's say Ted McMillan go 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So now you're at 3. Oh no, sorry, no, that's not what I meant. Shadur Sanders and like Cam Ward or somebody goes 1 and 2. Giants are on the clock. I'm calling Minnesota and running out of the third spot.
You want Travis Hunter?
No, I want to trade out so I can get JJ McCarthy.
No, but that's what you could say. You want Travis Hunter? Give me JJ McCarthy.
Yes,
You
exactly.
know what I mean?
Yep,
Like-
straight up, no problem.
And
And then
they don't say no. I think they lock up Sam Darnold long term,
Yeah.
and they don't say no to that.
because it benefits both of them. The Giants are in a tough position there, but like I make that call 10 times out of 10 and get out of that spot because there's no winning. You can't take the third best quarterback.
No, I don't even know who the third best. Like Jalen Milroe? No, he's terrible. He's not good,
Dude's a running back.
bro. I'm telling you, the quarterback class this year is going to be bad. I think Cam Moore's the only good quarterback, and I don't even think he's that good. Honestly, you know what class is stacked this year though? The running back class. That
Yep.
class is stacked. That guy from Arizona State, Scatterbro, he's nasty, bro. JMT, like the
He
running
might
back,
not even have to. He might go day 3.
Scatterbro, right?
Scatterboo might be day 2, day 3 kind of guy.
Yeah, and if he's in, dynasties, he's there. I'm taking his ass.
Yeah, you like him
I-
that much?
yeah,
I might not even have to draft him though.
Yeah, I think he's gonna he's a big runner. He's not fast, but he's a big dude.
We got some interesting scenarios up at the top of the draft. I'm very
Yeah.
curious because like the Browns could use a quarterback, but I guess don't need one. I guess right.
No. Yeah.
The Titans could use a quarterback, but don't need one. I guess.
Well, here's the current mock. I'll give you top 5 current mock. All right. Shador going number 1 to the Titans. Cam Ward going to the Browns. Travis Hunter going to the Giants, which I think.
It's not horrible.
Yeah. No, yeah. Ted McMillan to the Patriots, which would be very beneficial to me. I wish I was in the 104 to take him, but I got shafted. It's okay. And then number 5 is just a D line for the Jaguars.
Yeah, and then there's I don't think the rest of the first round has many offensive players.
No, they have Janty going 12 to the Cowboys. That'd be cool. No, I mean tight end Tyler Warren, Penn State. He's a dog.
Yeah.
Colston Loveland, another tight end. Wide receiver Luther Burden, another wide receiver. But that's it. 3 wide receivers. That's crazy.
I wonder. Yeah, I
Sounds
wonder.
like a defensive draft.
It's
Yeah.
like O line and defense.
It's what happens when you don't have a lot of skill position players that are really good. And last year, what do we have? 7 quarterbacks in the first 12 picks or something like that.
It'll probably goes down as one of the better quarterback classes.
Yeah, Penix looks good.
Yeah.
We didn't see much from JJ McCarthy. Drake May looks decent. A lot of those
Bo
guys
Nix,
look good. So
Dog,
Bo
Nix
Nix
looks
is
really good.
really good. And then
Jaden Daniels.
It's Caleb Williams. I think he's going to be all right. I don't think he's going to be fantastic. I think he has a shot. I think he just needs a good coach, and because I don't know,
needs experience.
The Bears are kind of fucked up. I think they're a fucked up organization.
Yeah, like last year, you knew the Bears were taking a quarterback number 1 because they didn't have anybody.
Yeah,
but like if you look at like the Titans and the Browns, it's a crapshoot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Will Levis is the answer.
Or Mason Rudolph.
And
yeah,
honestly, I don't think Deshaun Watson has anything left. I don't know.
I saw something that said he has a setback with his injury and he might miss the whole season.
No way.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going quarterback.
Yeah.
So he signed what, like a 3-4 year deal, and 2 out of that deal, he's going to be injured and not playing.
Sounds like Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah, let's talk about Tyreek Hill.
Listen, man, he's got to go. He's got to go. I don't know how much of the Dolphins game you watched, but he was not the man he was last year. He dropped a lot. He dropped a lot. And I'm not talking these were hard passes. These were breadbasket dropped. He was not him this year. And he wants to go talk like that after a loss. You're a captain, bro. You can't be doing that. You're a team captain. You could be pissed off, but I'm out, bro. I'm out. Come on, bro. You make $30 million a year. You're a team captain. You got to carry yourself differently, bro. Now I don't even respect you. I don't want Tyreek Hill on his team. He took himself out of the fucking game. Come on.
Meanwhile, last year he couldn't go a second sitting on the sideline.
Get him out. I don't care. 3rd, 4th, 2nd round pick. Send him to the Cowboys. See you later. Fuck him.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't think that's a bad look. He went back on it, obviously, when reports came out that he met with the GM and didn't request a trade, actually. So I don't know. It's just a ugly situation for a team that had higher expectations, and they performed, right. Same with the Niners, right? Like nothing crazy coming from them, except that one linebacker who walked out on the team. But similar type of situation, high expectations, really good team that underperformed, and that's why people lose jobs. This such a volatile market, like being in the NFL, playing, coaching, coordinating, whatever the position is. It's so volatile.
I mean, listen, bro, I'm really surprised that both these guys still have their jobs. I do think McDaniels would get a job elsewhere. I just don't know, man. I think the roster's not constructed well. I really don't believe in Tua anymore. He can't stay healthy, man. The biggest thing for a quarterback is availability, man. That's the biggest thing. Tua doesn't have that. I was saying on Twitter, go get yourself Joe Milton. He looked like a stud for the Patriots against the Bills. I know it was the Bills practice squad, but fuck it. Send a 3rd for Joe Milton and see what he's got.
Dude, Joe Milton was slinging it. Like his biggest thing was like having this big arm, freak athlete, like great runner. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he has like this touch to go 11 for 11 to start his career. Couple touchdowns, 1 throwing, 1 rushing. Well, just like, okay, dude, like dispel all those rumors.
Yeah, I mean,
listen, a new contract. Yeah,
I would love the Dolphins to take a flyer on him. I mean, why not? What do you have to lose? You send a 3rd or 2nd for him. What if it works out? Great, you have him on a rookie deal. Tua gets whatever, and you're chilling. I mean, if you didn't know, I'm out on Tua. I'm done. I can't back him anymore. He's hurt too much, and Dolphins with a backup quarterback look like a peewee football team. It's terrible. I don't even want to watch it. It's fucking terrible. So, I mean, yeah, that's the Dolphins' life right now.
What do you think, Nick? You agree? Yeah, I mean, obviously Jonathan knows more about the Dolphins than I do, but I think Tua is a great quarterback, but like Jonathan said, if you're not available 17 games of the year, like you're not the guy. When he was playing this year for the Dolphins, I think the Dolphins lost like 1 or 2 games. They went like, I don't know, 7 2, maybe, whatever. But when he didn't play, the Dolphins won like 1. Like, I think he's a good quarterback if he was healthy, but if you're only going to be available, 10 games of the year, how can a team rely on you for a full season?
It's not his fault either, though, right? Like, I mean, those concussions are scary shit, but yeah, to your point, I mean, you have to be available if you're being called the guy, right? Like, that's
Yeah.
the danger of having a single player be so valuable on a team. That's a danger with the Otani contract, danger with the Soto contract, danger with all these $50 million quarterbacks. It's, relying and putting all your pieces in one spot.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we'll see how it all works out, but I think we should do some playoff predictions and then wrap this bitch up. So we are officially in NFL wildcard week, baby. Officially in NFL wildcard week. Hold up, give me 1 second while I pull up a full bracket. Here we go. Okay. All right. So the number 1 seeds from each side: Kansas City Chiefs. And can I just say something? The NFL needs to get rid of allowing teams to sit players. That was awful. That was awful. The Broncos against the Chiefs. The Chiefs look terrible. You can't do that. People pay money to go see this. That's like what Nick was complaining about fantasy teams. And this is real life people playing. Like, that was terrible, Jimmy. That was awful. That should not
be. Bigger things, man. Bigger things. They don't need to win week 17 or week 18, actually. They don't need to win week 18 to change their seeding. It doesn't matter. They're packing it in.
I don't agree with it.
I don't like it, but
I watched the NBA a couple times, and like Joel Embiid's a perfect example. Him and the 76ers get bashed by the NBA because he's sitting back-to-back games. Like, people are paying to see him play, and the team's paying him. Why is he sitting? And it relies back to week 18, where a lot of teams are sitting their players because they want an extra week off. I really hope that with the Chiefs resting their starters today and then getting a bye this past week and then getting a bye the next week, I hope they get blown out by like 30 when they finally play football after 3 weeks of sitting.
Could happen. It's a risk.
Very possible.
Yep.
All right.
I mean, I hate when people sit. It's not fun for the sport, and it's not fun as a fan.
No, it's not. All right. The 1 seed for the NFC, my Super Bowl favorite, and we'll talk about our predictions a little bit. And honestly, guys, I would love to be a Lions fan. What they got going on, that team's fun to watch. Like, they got Sonic and Knuckles. They got Amondre St. Brown, Jared Goff. You got to root for the guy. Dan Campbell, if that guy was like my boss or something, I'd run through multiple walls for him. Okay? Like, they got it going on. I just love this team, and I might become a Lions fan. Fuck it.
You also have to add to the fact that every time it's 4th down, you're sitting on your edge. Like, are they going to go for it or not?
And that's the fun part. Like, make
every team
exciting.
is just like, all right, we're punting.
Big cojones, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
All right.
But anyway, those are our 1 seeds. We have some interesting wildcard matchups we have to get some predictions on.
So very good ones.
Guys, 1 seed has a bye. So let's start off with the wildcard matchup. I'll start off at the 4 and 5 seed. So on the AFC side, we have the Houston Texans against the LA Chargers. My pick is the LA Chargers.
Yeah, I'm smashing the Chargers because the Texans lost so much this year with injuries. I don't think they're healthy enough to go anywhere.
By the way, I'm betting this, so give me a second.
I think this is going to be a fantastic bet. Chargers all the way. I like Harbaugh in the playoffs. I think the Texans have struggled, have floundered. I don't think that the quarterback situation is as strong as people thought. CJ Stroud, not in on CJ Stroud. I think he had a wonderful year last year, but sophomore slump is real. Year 3 is going to be very telling for him. So big test in the playoffs here against the Chargers.
All right. Let's go to the 6th. So we're going to stay on the AFC. The 3rd and 6th seed, Ravens against Steelers. I mean, I think this one's obvious. I think the Steelers they're not the team we thought they were. I think the Ravens win this one easily.
Agreed. I think the Steelers are a fun team. I think they've been really a good story this year. The head coach situation is fantastic in Pittsburgh, obviously, Mike Tomlin. You have Russell Wilson showing out a little bit this year. The whole issue with Fields originally, starting this year was a very interesting situation, but I don't think they can get past the Ravens. Lamar's just too good.
No, yeah, the Ravens are phenomenal, especially with Derrick Henry. The Steelers started out great, playing all the shitty teams, but the good teams caught up to them. They're on, like, I think a 6-game losing streak, and unfortunately, they're going to end their season with another one.
All right, next game, Broncos Bills. Now, I think this one might be closer than we all think. I really do. And I'm not just saying that because I hate the Bills. I hate Josh Allen. I think the Broncos are actually a solid team. I think they're a well-coached team. They have a very good rookie quarterback. And it's crazy because Bo Nix was being written off from the beginning, right? He's older. He never put up the good stats at Oregon. Never like he was a Heisman contender. But it's hard for me not to pick the Bills at home. So I'm gonna have to go Bills here. I really want to take the Broncos because I hate the Bills. But as being an actual making a guess here, I think it's Bills all the way.
It would be an honorary Lions fan, but I'm actually an honorary Bills fan because I trust Josh Allen in any and every shootout, no matter who the opponent is. Him against the Lions would be absolutely incredible for the Super Bowl. Absolutely lightning show. Just touchdown after touchdown. But anyway, Josh Allen over everyone.
Yeah, 100%. The Broncos defense has been good all year, but I don't think there's been one defense that has stopped Josh Allen. So I think this game's going to be into a shootout. I do think the Broncos cover at 8.5, but since we're talking about just winning, I'm going with the Bills.
All right. So AFC is wrapped up. We got Chargers, we got Steelers, Ravens, and we got Bills. All right, NFC, y'all ready? First matchup, Vikings, Rams. I think this is a closer game than many people think. I think the Rams are a lot better than what they were a few weeks ago. They have some very good young defensive players. They obviously have Puka and Cooper Kupp. They have Kyron Williams and Matthew Stafford. I do think the Vikings might have a little bit more to take them down. And I want to see another Vikings-Lions game, an actual Vikings-Lions game where Sam Darnold has his head out of his ass. So I'm taking the Vikings over the Rams.
Vikings. Sam Darnold was my pick for the Giants in the draft in 2018, I think, when they selected Saquon instead. I really wanted Sam Darnold. He struggled with the Jets and then found his home in Minnesota. So riding this into the dirt. Sam Darnold, you're gonna get a dub here.
Yeah, I'm also taking the Vikings. They've been hot all year, and the Rams, they've been up and down. They have, like Jonathan said, fantastic wideout, star running back, Matthew Stafford. But, especially in the last month, they've just been so inconsistent where they're struggling to put up, 20 points. So Sam Darnold's going to put that game against the Lions past him. He's going to get back to this game and then see you in Detroit again.
All right. Next up on the docket, this is a tough one for me. This is really hard because I really don't know. Buccaneers, Commanders. Commanders, fantastic rookie quarterback, pretty good all-around team behind him. And then you have the Bucs. They're another team you just want to root for. Baker Mayfield is just a dog. Mike Evans, congratulations. Bucky Irving, I mean, God, is he a stud? It's tough, man. This one's a really hard one. So I'm actually going to let you guys go first, and I'm going to think about this. I'm really not sure right now.
I got to go with who am I going with? I'm going with the Bucs. I think Baker Mayfield is having a hell of a run in Tampa Bay. Better all-around weapons, I think, in Tampa Bay. Jaden Daniels is a fantastic rookie quarterback, but I don't think that he has the juice to get a playoff win this week. For whatever reason, that's just my feeling.
Listen, man, he's on my dynasty team. I'm taking the Commanders, yo. I think Jaden Daniels, making the playoffs rookie year, I think he's gonna get his first win. The Bucs are a solid team, but I mean, they only finished 9-7. I don't think they're that good. And the Commanders, just Jaden Daniels, bro, he's gonna go for 5 touchdowns. So I'm taking the Commanders.
All right. Well, that was our first non-consensus pick.
Now you have to be the tiebreaker.
All right. So I'm breaking this down by position. Quarterback. It's a tough one, but I'm taking Baker.
Respectable.
Wide receiver room. I gotta go Bucks. They got Scary Terry. This is so hard, bro. You know what? I'm going Baker because he's a fucking dog. I love Baker Mayfield. Give me Baker and the Bucks by 1 million. Let's go. All right. last one for the wild card weekend, and then we're gonna wrap this up. I think this is one of the easier ones to guess. Eagles, Packers, Jordan Love, he got hurt. I think the Eagles will start off slow because they had some time off, but ultimately I think the Eagles take this one pretty easily.
Tough because is Jalen Hurts ready?
Yeah, he's ready.
I heard he's still in
ready to
concussion
go.
protocol.
Is he?
That's what I heard in the beginning of the week. I think yesterday I heard.
I think ultimately both quarterbacks end up playing.
Well,
To
I
be honest with
mean,
you,
Jalen Hurts has to pass concussion protocol.
I know. I think he ends up playing.
Jordan Love can just play. With the broken finger. Jalen Hurts has to actually pass the NFL's concussion protocol to play.
Yeah, that's
Let's
fair.
see.
This is a tough one. My pick is whoever's quarterback plays.
It says he's expected to play, but he is still in concussion protocol.
No, I got Eagles. I got Eagles on this
I mean,
one.
I think regardless of who starts, the Eagles are going to win.
Saquon might run for 350 yards.
The Packers just lost Christian Watson. Even though they went 11-6, 11-5, whatever, they haven't done anything this year to prove to me that they can compete with a top tier team.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just that simple.
Well, there are our picks for Wild Card Weekend. Good luck to everybody. If you want to follow along with us, we got a few teams in here. We'll be back for the divisional round next week. We'll be back. You guys want to put in no, we just did our lay pretty much. So we're all good to go here. We can wrap this bad boy up. Ballpark Beef, we'll be back next week. Don't you worry. And peace out, guys. Talk to you soon.